The Anime Awards, or maybe we should just call them the Demon Slayer Awards, should we? Hello everyone, welcome back to Fraud on the Telly. Crunchyroll's Anime Awards just happened over the weekend, and today, well, you know, we gotta talk about it. You see, Crunchyroll has been running this anime award show since 2017, and over the years, they've been really trying to make us care about it. Now, award shows are, well, they're award shows. Essentially, it's just a massive popularity contest and a reason for people within the industry to pat each other on the back and tell each other how good of a job they've done, which, you know, there's nothing inherently wrong with. But generally, in these types of awards, it really oftentimes comes down to, well, a popularity contest, especially in a field like anime where there are specific shows that dominate specific points of the genre and really just anime overall. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, One Piece, you get the idea. This year, though, the Anime Awards decided to take things, well, a little more seriously in just about every single way, down to the way that the awards were produced, the award show itself, the people who attended, as this year there were way more people from the Japanese anime industry, as the awards themselves were held in Tokyo. We have to remember that Crunchyroll, while we may think that it is a Japanese company because of, well, anime, it's an American company, very much taking advantage of the fact that anime is, well, the most popular, one of the most popular forms of media in the world right now. So today on Fraud on the Telly, we're going to be examining the winners and the losers from the Anime Awards. I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts and opinions, and let me tell you, I got a few. And let's just get right into it, shall we? So like any other award show, the Anime Awards has a innocuous number of categories as well. Like we said, this is a fan-voted award show where like a certain percentage, I think it's like 30 to 40% of the votes tally comes from the overall broad community of anime watchers throughout the world. And then I guess the 70 other percent is decided by a panel of judges. Now, obviously, this inclusion of a popular fan vote is going to, well, skew some of the potential votes, as, you know, majority of anime fans are what we would like to call, normies. With that being said, expect to see a number of reoccurring winners on a lot of these awards. The first award I want to focus on is the Best New Series Award. Now, this was quite a competitive award, in my opinion. Ultimately, it was taken by Spy Family, which I don't think is a real insult or anything like that. Spy Family was quite the influential anime to come out this year. Definitely one of the more popular animes of this year, besides your typical go-to shonen award bait. That being said, though, I am a little bit peeved that an anime either like Cyberpunk Edgerunners or your boy Kong Ming, two of which are some of my favorite animes from this year, didn't get this award. This isn't the most egregious sin we're gonna see here on this list, but I'm gonna give you guys some spoilers right now. My favorite anime from this year was easily Cyberpunk Edgerunners, and I'm just gonna be honest, they got absolutely hosed at this Anime Awards. Overall, I'm not super surprised that Spy Family won. Spy Family is good, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy Spy Family, and it definitely seemed like Spy Family had a bit more of a mainstream audience appeal than maybe the rest of the anime on this list, and really the only anime outside of Spy Family that I think could have won this Best New Series was Cyberpunk Edgerunners, with your boy Kong Ming coming in at a close third, in my opinion. Moving on, we have Best Continuing Series, or what I like to call the One Piece Award, because when you examine the number of series that this award could have gone to, obviously we have the likes of Attack on Titan, the final season, part 2. Man, that's a mouthful. Attack on Titan really just doesn't want to end, does it? As well, we have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stone Ocean. As well, we have the Demon Slayer Entertainment District arc. But when you have an anime like One Piece and its absolutely massive totality of work, it's kind of hard to give this award to anything besides One Piece, as what other Best Continuing Series award really can live up to One Piece? I mean, there's never going to be another anime like One Piece, another anime that really drags its feet in trying to get to the finish line, if you know what I mean. Now, I'm not the biggest One Piece fan, but I do understand why it received this award, and they really should just rename this award the One Piece Award, because until One Piece finishes, I don't think any other anime is going to be taking its throne here. Next, we have one of the most subjective awards ever, the best opening sequence. Now, I don't know if this is a combination of the song in the opening sequence with the visuals, but it really doesn't come to anyone's surprise when we see that Rumbling, yes, the Attack on Titan opening song and animation, won this. I mean, this was absolutely everywhere. It was the spawn of a bunch of memes, and I'm just gonna be honest, Rumbling is fucking sick. That being said, though, I do think it did have some stiff competition. The Cyberpunk Edgerunners opening sequence and song is absolutely banger, as well. Chiki Chiki Bon Bon from your boy Kong Ming, also very, very good. But when they're coming up against an anime like Attack on Titan, they were just never going to win, were they? Because, I mean, Attack on Titan literally is the poster child for mainstream anime nowadays. We see this theme continued when we look at the Best Score award. Score meaning the OST, the music for the series. Another pretty competitive award, but ultimately it's subjective. I mean, we have the list in front of us here. We have the likes of Demon Slayer, Made in Abyss, Cyberpunk, Spy Family, Attack on Titan. And so it really only makes sense that Attack on Titan, again, won this. I don't think this is the biggest, most egregious thing out there. Attack on Titan's score is very good. Ultimately, it's completely subjective. I mean, all of the scores here on the nominees, in my opinion, are good. Made in Abyss Part 2 score is absolutely fire, and personally, I mean, I am super biased because I think Cyberpunk Edgerunners should have won almost every single award that it was nominated for. But at the end of the day, I'm not too surprised that Attack on Titan picked up these awards. Expect to see a trend here with Attack on Titan and another anime that we're going to see later on. Finishing up our trio of super subjective music awards, we have the Best Anime Song. Once again, we see that Rumbling took the belt. Again, I'm not super surprised. I will say, though, that I do think it had some decent competition. Once again, we have Chi Chi Bon Bon from your boy Kong Min, and Comedy from Spy Family was also super, super solid. But again, man, it's Rumbling. This song was absolutely everywhere, and we know how popular in mainstream Attack on Titan is, especially this final season, where it definitely for sure is totally going to end in a timely manner. Moving on to Best Animation. Now, a number of big heavy hitters here for the award, once again with the likes of Cyberpunk Edgerunners, Spy Family, Ranking of Kings, Attack on Titan, and, you guessed it, Demon Slayer. Now, I really only think that there's two options here, if I'm being honest. This is very much between Demon Slayer and Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Ultimately, they gave the award to Demon Slayer, which I'm not completely surprised by. It is like one of the most mainstream animes out there, and I mean, just being honest, the animations are absolutely crazy. In this entertainment arc, some of these battle scenes were just freaking nuts. But I do think it is a bit of a shame that this wasn't, once again, given to Cyberpunk Edgerunners, because Cyberpunk Edgerunners is one of the most visually stunning and unique animes I've seen in a very, very long time. And as amazing as Demon Slayer is, and as aesthetically pleasing as it is to look at, we're not going to get another season of Cyberpunk, while we definitely are getting more Demon Slayer, and I just really would have wished that we would have taken the time to acknowledge Cyberpunk here, as I do think that one of the best things about Cyberpunk Edgerunners, besides its amazing story, is its amazing, beautiful animation. But I can't say I'm too surprised. I mean, when you just look at some of these absolutely insane scenes from Demon Slayer, you can see why that this anime was probably going to win this award every single time. Continuing on, we have Best Character Design. Now, I thought this was a super, super complicated, hard award to give. Once again, we have the likes of Cyberpunk Edgerunners, JoJo Stone, Ocean, Spy Family, Demon Slayer, Ranking of Kings. There's a lot to choose from. I don't think this is just black and white what the best character design is. And I'm genuinely shocked here that, once again, Demon Slayer came away with the award. Don't get me wrong, Demon Slayer's character designs are sick, and the Entertainment District arc does have some awesome characters, but literally character design is what Cyberpunk is all about. Literally, the aesthetic and the design of characters is one of the main driving factors behind Cyberpunk, and it actually blows my mind too that JoJo's here didn't get as much flowers as I think it deserved, as JoJo also has some very, very strong and unique character design. For me, the importance of character design is making each character feel like their own unique person. And I gotta be honest, Demon Slayer does this well, but I don't think it does it nearly as well as an anime like Cyberpunk or even JoJo's Stone Ocean. We're really starting to see this mainstream anime trend play out, but we have to remember that this is a popular vote award. It shouldn't be too surprising to us to see these monolithic anime like Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan basically winning everything. Next, we have the best main character. Once again, we have the likes of Attack on Titan, Cyberpunk, Edgerunners, Ranking of Kings, Spy Family. Lots of good anime here with good characters. We shouldn't be too surprised, though, to see that Eren Yeager won this, Attack on Titan taking another award. This one I do think is justified. I do think that Eren is one of the best main characters really of any series, and just the level of difference and flux that Attack on Titan has as the story progresses over its many seasons, and the character change that we see Eren go through. I really do think that if any award was deserving for Attack on Titan, this one definitely was it. Eren Yeager is an absolutely crazy character with an insane arc, and I really do think that this season, the Attack on Titan final season part 2, God, that's a mouthful, really shows kind of this culmination of Eren's arc in Attack on Titan. Switching some of the awards up, we're going to be diving into some of the genre awards, starting with the best fantasy. Now, this was a very interesting award. We have the likes of Overlord Part 4, the case study of Vanitas, Made in Abyss Part 2, Ranking of Kings, Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer? That's kind of odd, isn't it? All of these other ones, I can kind of see where the fantasy genre kind of comes into effect here. When I think fantasy, especially in anime, I think kind of like Western kind of influence. A lot of these animes end up being isekais or something like that, where someone gets dropped into a fantasy-esque universe. Overlord is very much a fantasy-esque anime. Demon Slayer is not a fantasy anime. Well, I guess it very much is so, because wouldn't you know it, the best fantasy anime of 2023 is Demon Slayer, I guess. An anime that, yes, has fictional story elements, you know, like demons, for example, but an anime that, if I remember, takes place in Japan and is based off of an actual historical period in Japan. Not something that I'd really consider fantasy here. I'm not exactly sure what happened with this award. I think that this is a prime example of audience voting basically swaying an award in a way that it shouldn't go. I mean, let's be honest, if I put these options for best fantasy in front of like 100 anime fans, I'm pretty sure well over 75 of them are probably clicking on Demon Slayer because, one, it's the anime that they recognize the most. Two, it's probably potentially the only anime that normies have seen from these nominations. I have no idea how Demon Slayer got nominated for best fantasy. That's actually hilarious and a slap in the face. And I think maybe it just goes to show that a lot of people just don't watch fantasy animes, do they? Moving on into best comedy, I really think that there was only like 2 options for me. It was between Spy Family and your boy Kong Min. They are by far, in my opinion, the best comedies to come out in the last year. Of course, Spy Family won this. I'm not too surprised. Spy Family is basically like the mainstream shonen, the Demon Slayer of kind of the comedy anime world. It very much does kind of occupy this main space of super popular kind of mainstream anime, but I think there's a reason for that. Spy Family is very good, and I do think it did deserve some awards. Comedy, definitely being probably the most principal award that it should have gotten. Next up, we have the best drama. Once again, we have nominated Attack on Titan, Cyberpunk, Edgerunners, Made in Abyss. Easily, these are the 3 favorites for this, in my opinion. Obviously, the award goes to Attack on Titan. Lo and behold, no one was surprised, and I do think that this award is probably fine. Attack on Titan is kind of a weird anime to label into a genre. It very much is action, but it also very much is high drama, and so I think that it's fair for it to get this award. Obviously, I love Cyberpunk, and I would have loved it if Cyberpunk won Best Drama, because Cyberpunk as well is one of those animes that rides the line of action, kind of adventure, with a high drama anime, and I do think that the drama in Cyberpunk is definitely worth noting, but I guess I can't be too surprised that Attack on Titan won this, nor am I too upset. Attack on Titan, especially these last moments of this final season, are super dramatic. I do, however, find it hilarious, though, that Attack on Titan wins all of these awards for a season that they've very much drawn out. Like, if it wasn't Attack on Titan, any other anime would have ended by now, but these guys really don't want this show to end. There's a ton of other awards to get to, but I don't really care enough about them to talk about them. I want to talk finally about probably the most important award given out at the Anime Awards, the best anime of the year. Now, we have our heavy hitter favorites, like always. We have Attack on Titan, we have Spy Family, we have Rankings of Kings, we have Demon Slayer, and we have the humble cyberpunk edgerunners. And I gotta be really surprised and honest and shocked here. I was not expecting Cyberpunk Edgerunner to win this. Yes, I wanted it to win. Yes, I voted for it. Yes, I believe that it should have won. But I am genuinely surprised that they actually gave it to Cyberpunk Edgerunner, especially when you remember that the two animes that it's up against, Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer, basically won every single other award. Thank God, though, the anime kami did smile upon us today, and Cyberpunk Edgerunner was given probably the most coveted award of the night, and I do very much think it deserves it. I did my own anime award show as well as just media award show around the New Year's. I'll put the eye above, links to that, and I'm just going to spoil that video right now. Cyberpunk Edgerunners, for me, was definitely one of the best anime to come out last year. It really just felt like a breath of fresh air in many ways from this kind of really copy-pasty-esque shonen formula that we have. Don't get me wrong, I love Demon Slayer, I love Jujutsu Kaisen, I love Attack on Titan, but while they all are very good, they also are very mainstream, and it was nice seeing a Netflix anime of all things make such an impact, make so many waves in the anime world. Because, I'm just gonna be honest, man, if you haven't seen Cyberpunk Edgerunners, you need to go watch that shit right now, because it's just absolutely amazing, man. Another award show come and gone, and lo and behold, no one was surprised when a bunch of the favorites go out and win it. This really is kind of the problem with award shows. A lot of the more mainstream, popular appeal from these shows generally they're the ones that win, and it's not really too surprising. Personally, I could really give two shits. I mean, opinions are like assholes, everyone's got them, and at the end of the day, these awards are generally just a popularity contest. It's not an actual reflection on what truly good anime or just truly good media is. I will give them some credit, though, especially with the fact that they did name Cyberpunk Edgerunner the anime of the year. I guess it's not a complete popularity contest at the end of the day, though I do have to say, if they want their award show to be taken more seriously, they probably should limit the impact that fan voting can have on the actual awards at the end of the day. Because what really is an award show? What does the award show really matter if at the end of the day it's just a popularity contest? I can look on my anime list and find out what the most mainstream popular anime is. I don't need an elaborate award show to tell me that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What did you think of the anime awards this year? Were there any awards that you very much disagreed with? And what do you think about my opinions on the awards so far? If you enjoyed the video, learned something new, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Why don't you go check out our big anime breakdown on the anime that teaches you how to fight Hajime no Ippo. Click on screen now. And as always, guys, I hope to see you in the next one. Stay safe out there. Until next time, peace, love, Adu.
Young love, young hearts were so pure. We trust love is so hard to endure. A few years passed, made the move out west. It became harder to maintain it, put us to the test.